Welcome to the HMG Executive Leadership Spotlight. Here's our host, Hunter Muller.
Hello and welcome to HMG's Global Leadership Spotlight. I'm here with Mike Zachman, the VP and Chief Security Officer of Zebra Technologies. Mike, congratulations on being an HMG Global Leadership Institute CISO of the Year of the Mid-Cap Company. Congratulations.
Thank you, Hunter. I really appreciate it.
Hey, you've been at Zebra for over 5 years. What was the vision and mission at Zebra that drew you there and keeps you there working with clients all over the world?
Yeah, there were really two things. First off, Zebra, it's an engineering company that's market leaders in what we serve. So that kind of walking with swagger is something that I always enjoy, working for a company that can do that. At the same time, they were really looking to take the next step when it comes to security. So I was the first in my position as a chief security officer. And the vision was to create a converged security organization that not only dealt with information security, but fully addressed product security, physical security, and business continuity. And several of these functions didn't exist at the time. So there was this ability to build something new in a company that's growing, expanding, and innovative. And looking back 5 years, it's been a great journey.
Hey, talk to us a little bit more about that innovation. You have been recognized recently by Fast Company magazine as one of the top innovative companies in industry. What is your role relative to inventing new products and new services and new go-to-markets?
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, and we're very proud of that. Innovation's at the heart of what we do. As a technology company, if you're not innovating, you're falling behind. And security is often thought of, as the department of no. You can't do this, can't do that. And that's not my approach. I really believe in security as a collaborative approach with the business. And what I tell them is that, yeah, I'm here to say no, but I spell it K-N-O-W. And that is, if we know and understand the risks, let's make smart decisions. Innovation's often about taking risks. That's okay. I'm just not okay with taking risks we don't understand.
Excellent insights, Mike. So much of cyber is so new and it's fast breaking, but this whole notion of leadership, visionary leadership, and being able to build rapport with the C-suite, the line of business, and the boardroom. Talk to us about your approach in engaging those areas of the business.
We kind of look both inside and we look up. And so when I'm looking inside with partners and peers, what I promise and ask for and get is, transparency and collaboration. My commitment is I'm never going to surprise anybody by, quote, giving a bad report and causing them to be embarrassed. But at the same time, I'm not going to hide stuff. So that requires us to work together and to work closely. And then when I'm talking to executive leadership and to the board, once again, it's about transparency and credibility. And so I've been lucky enough to have an executive leadership team and a board who's willing to spend the time and invest the energy to really have a dialogue with me. And to learn and to actually help me on this journey.
Well, talk to us a little bit more about clicking in there about building rapport, building trust, building confidence with those senior level executives, specifically the CEO.
Right. So what we've been allowed to do, what I've been allowed to do, is to actually get time with CEO, CFO, Chief Legal Officer. To not just give scorecard reports, which we do, but to actually, as you say, click in. So we'll do deep dive meetings off schedule of regular scorecard reports. So we'll actually drill into, what are we talking about with vulnerability management, and how do I interpret these metrics, and give me some visibility on the level 2, level 3 metrics that you're, not quote hiding from me, but that you're consolidating up into these scorecards. So it's about having the time to discuss and educate one another. And we do the same thing with the board. My audit committee members, we do 1 hour deep dives every couple months off cycle from the actual audit committee meetings so that we can really drill into and have a substantive discussion about topics.
Thank you for saying all that. There's a classic consulting or executive presence model, leaving somebody with something where they can then think about or have a reason to bring you back, or for you to have a reason to go back and offer more to the context of the discussion. Talk to us about that engagement and your best practices or lessons learned.
So I think the scorecards are a good example of that, in that we provide them the information that they need to know, are things going well, or where areas that we need concern, that they should be concerned about, and we need help. But trying to drain those slides, trying to drain that information in, I'll say, these regularly scheduled meetings can be ponderous. And so it's sort of like we provide enough information so that they feel comfortable, that they understand what's going on, but we also give them that ability to say, I want to know more. And those are the conversations that really matter.
Excellent. Thank you, Mike. When you think about industry trends, we've never had more innovation, more disruption, and really more cyber attacks on a national and global level. What are the trends that you're tracking, and where do you think the opportunity is, and where are the big issues?
Yeah, unfortunately, cyber criminals, and let's use ransomware as the primary example of it, just continues to be a thorn in our sides. We've recently had an incident with a partner who had ransomware, and that created an incident for us. Not that we got the ransomware, but it created supply chain disruption. And then you're just always hearing executives or talking to other executives, and it's the old, everyone knows someone. If you haven't been hit with ransomware, you know someone who has. And the fears that creates around the disruption, the potential embarrassment, that takes a lot of mind share right now. And I don't see that trend changing until we can change the economics such that it's not such a profitable, low risk effort for the bad folks.
Any thoughts regarding recent policy change, both at the SEC level or the White House level?
I can argue both sides of it. On the one hand, I like the idea that we as an industry, we as a market, have got to be more transparent with what's happening, who it's happening to, how it's happening. So, disclosure of events is important. At the same time, I worry about victim blaming, and and actually creating more pain for the victim. We got to remember that when you're hit with ransomware, you're the victim of a crime. And yet, we see things where potentially CISOs or executives are being held liable because they didn't report something, or they potentially hid something, and so I think this is a difficult time we're going through. I think there's pros to what's being proposed, but I think there's dangers as well.
Hey, Mike, congratulations on being recognized by HMG Strategy's Global Leadership Institute as a mid-cap CISO of the Year.
Thank you, Hunter. It's a great pleasure and an honor. And I also want to be clear, this recognition is not just about me, it's about my team at Zebra. So thank you.
For more information, please visit hmgstrategy.com and keep up to date by following us on our social media platforms. Thank you.